I texted Orlando one day. I was like, "Hey, well, so when are we playing with your pickle and your balls?" And
I did see you put it in the group chat.
no, that was I just texted him just randomly.
No balls, do it.
I did. Why?
I'm
Or I
kidding.
said, when are we gonna play with our pickles and balls or something like that? What is
In
it?
the group chat, though.
You should bring your mic closer to your face so we can get all of this.
What?
His reasoning for inviting us was to like get more athleticism on the squad.
Oh, it's well. He's asking the wrong people. I stand for 12 hours.
You play basketball a couple times a week? Once a
Yeah.
week?
Sometimes twice, depending on when we record the podcast.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a little bit huskier than I used to, I'm still decently.
You can make some
athletic.
moves.
I can do my best.
Yeah.
But you said like when you guys get into long rallies, like people get tired pretty quickly.
Yeah.
With you, David, Raven, and him.
Yep.
So, I don't know what he really expects out of us, but it's not gonna be that much longer. Like maybe one more.
What time on Monday are we going to play with the pickles and the balls? That's why I asked.
Only to him or to the group?
No, just to him. You know, did you read my last message?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, like
And
you know,
nobody reacted.
and-
I just chose not to answer.
You know, I'm not gonna hesitate to be dumb.
I did. I mean, I did.
No
but-
balls. I'll do it. I'll do worse than that.
This is what we deal with Jesse on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
When did you watch the movie, Albert?
This morning.
Oh, okay. I watched it this afternoon.
Nice.
Like literally right around probably 2:00 I started watching it. Oops.
Is my head?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in front of the. It's all right.
It's in front of the. Yeah. That's why I have it to like below.
It's okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Albert doesn't know what you're talking about.
No.
Wait.
He's talking about that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay.
For people that don't know what we're talking about.
Should I move over? So
We're
you can
talking
move
about
over?
our Dawn of the Planet of the Apes poster that's going right
There
here.
you go.
Yeah, just start it from now, so my head's not covered.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So fun little story that I told Jesse before you got here, Albert.
Yeah.
Is I've actually seen this movie before. I
Yeah.
think I made a comment that I've never seen this movie
Mm-hmm.
Really?
in the last podcast. Yeah.
But how do you remember? Like, when did you remember that you've seen it before?
When you watched the
Right,
whole movie.
like literally right away. Yeah. I was like, wait, because I remember seeing parts of this movie, and I was just like, okay, I remember this. And then by the time the movie was over, I was just like, huh,
I've seen all of that.
I've seen all of that. Like there's nothing new for me.
When was it?
I don't know.
Like when it came out?
Was
like
it
a few
No,
years
when
ago?
it wasn't when it came out. It wasn't in theaters. I don't remember watching the whole movie though. Like I remember seeing bits and pieces here and there. Maybe like a couple years ago. So like we were definitely living in this house, if anything. But yeah,
But somehow you just watched it, forgot about it until now.
yeah. Should go to show how much I care about this movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just
this
kidding.
one.
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding.
for this one though, kind of, I agree with you.
Okay.
What about you, Jesse? How many times have you seen this movie?
This week twice, and before it probably just once, so 3 times.
How was you seen this one in theaters?
Yes.
How was the experience in theaters?
I remember liking it more than the first one, but it didn't have the no like moment. At least not for me. But
Okay.
I did remember really enjoying this movie, and I was like, oh, 2 home runs in a row for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, today was the first time I saw it, so I don't think.
Oh, I thought
I
you
had
had
the
seen.
same-
Oh, you seen
No.
clips of it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. First time watching it.
Fully,
Okay.
yeah. I don't think it had the same impact for me like the first one did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Alrighty. I'll go ahead and get into the details then. We don't have a sip today, as you guys could see. So
I'm gonna have some white rice in the fridge. We can all try.
I think we've all tried white rice before.
It's not.
We can blend it and then horchata.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the details.
Oh,
on the
okay,
movie.
fine.
This one is directed by Matt Reeves, the guy that takes credit for all 3 movies.
Oh.
He doesn't actually take credit for it, but
Just in my
everyone
head.
else kind of credits him for all 3 movies. The tagline is "One last chance for peace."
Okay.
All right.
It doesn't happen.
Has a budget estimated at $170 million. Released July 11, 2014. Runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes. Rated PG-13. And a box office worldwide of just under $711 million.
Pretty
so it
good.
did really well
711.
for... Yeah. We watched it on Vudu. I don't think it's streaming anywhere else, basically, unless you pay for it.
I think Hulu has it, but you have to pay for Hulu.
Yeah.
Is there Hulu for free with ads anymore?
I don't know.
I think for some things, but not this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our Sell That Sip. It's a 6-word summary of the movie. Go right ahead, Albert.
I've got it.
Lead us off.
Hold on. I've got to find it. Found it. They should have made rules sooner.
They should have made rules sooner.
What do you mean?
I mean, they've had 10 years. This is when this movie happens versus the first one to figure out how they want to interact with humans. I think they could have figured that out sooner and,
I don't think
set
they were really...
societal.
I don't think they'd seen a human for several years.
Well,
The plague kind of killed them off, right?
in the earlier in the movie, they said the last 2 years they haven't seen humans.
yeah.
I mean, but like they could have made decisions at some point in time. I mean, this movie could have been different, I think, but
Yeah.
it's not my favorite out of the two.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Me next?
Yeah.
All right. So mine is after approach, Ape Alliance abruptly abase.
A base?
I think that's how you
Ablaze?
pronounce abase means to
Oh.
lower
Oh.
like in status.
Yeah.
So after humans, there's an ape alliance that just starts to degrade.
Okay.
I just tried to use A, but that was it.
More A's.
More A's. Not A for Albert, A for Jesse this time.
Yeah.
But I really liked in this
John
movie.
likes that one.
Not for Jesse this time.
I just really liked I liked the whole movie, but I liked the relationship between Koba and Caesar and how that kind of plays out.
Yeah, and you get more of that relationship built
Yeah.
after the first one, after Caesar basically saves everyone.
Yeah.
And Koba kind of respects it, but at the same time is disrespecting it later in the movie.
Yeah, later in the movie. I think at the beginning of the movie, you see how dedicated and devoted he is to kind of staying along Caesar's side, but after a while, it's kind of like
That trust.
yeah, the trust, but also he's only seen the bad of men, of the humans that tortured him, that
Yeah.
experiments on him. So he's like a kid in the sense that he's only seeing it from his
Point of view.
point of view.
But at the same time, like even the humans that they bring in, like
They're still
they're still doing bad stuff. So
Yeah, he's only had bad experiences up until even you know in the movie.
Yeah.
mine is in the end we are same.
Same.
How was my
I was waiting for someone to do that. I wasn't gonna do it. It was good.
It was
It
good.
Was it
Better
good?
than mine
Yeah.
because I haven't
Okay.
done it yet.
All right, cool. It sounded good in my mind. So, but so does my Joker impersonation, and that's obviously not very good. Yeah, I mean, just by the end of the movie, it's just like humans and apes. They share similar characteristics, and it's just like by the end of the movie, it's like what's the difference? Like what separates us from them?
Yep.
When it all comes to its climax, and it's not much in this movie, which I don't know. For me, this is definitely not my favorite of the two.
Oh, really?
I like the first one a lot better because there is that set difference, whereas like this one it's a very quick turn from where we left off. I mean, it is 10 years in the future, so the apes have developed a lot more than by that time, and so you expect some things, but I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I feel like there were more emotional highs and lows in the first movie, and in the second movie, it's kind of there, but I don't think it reaches the same level. And there's some action, but I don't know, it doesn't hit the same.
like this to me. This is just like a very solid action movie Whereas the first one was like a very solid movie
Yeah.
in general. Like it's building up to something. We see what's happening, and then you get the iconic scene of Caesar saying no. But in this movie, it's just like there's not that iconic moment that it builds up to. It's just we all know it's leading up to a war,
Yeah.
and maybe it's unfair for me and Albert to say that since like we waited to watch these movies until the trilogy was completely out. But I mean, even watching this movie, you knew it was building up to something. Like there was going to be conflict between the apes and the humans,
Mm-hmm.
and then when it got there, it just it wasn't as impactful to me as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I just have really high expectations for this last movie now that I've seen this one, and the title is War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting some more now.
Is it War of or War for?
War
War
4.
four.
War 4, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was like, wait, have I been saying it wrong the whole time?
I just said it wrong.
Do you have any trivia for us or?
I can't think of anything.
That's
Now,
okay.
I just want to see a bunch of people dressed all the same way to be CGI apes now.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, whatever Andy Serkis and the other characters were, I want to see, like, them all in a scene just wearing CGI suits or whatever they're wearing.
But they got special features. You could definitely
We'll
watch
pull it
that.
up.
All right, well then I'm gonna get into the characters.
Did we rate it yet?
Huh?
Did we rate it yet?
Oh, let's rate it.
Let's
I did
rate
the same
it.
thing that Albert did.
Ha.
Out of 10,
Guns.
out of 10,
Towers.
out of 10 monkeys or apes carrying guns. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Don't wanna. What would you guys rate this movie?
I think the story fell short for me, and I mean there was more action, but that's not all I'm looking for in this movie. I was looking for something similar to the first one. I think I'm giving this like a 6.
Okay. What do you give the first one? What the
Did
first
you give
one
the
was
first one a 9 or a 10?
9 or a 10.
I think it was 9.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. All right.
What about you, Jesse?
The first one, what did I give? Like an 8? I think so. I'm sitting like around a 9 or a 10 for this one. This one, and I don't remember the third one at all, but I remember liking this one a lot, and I don't remember how I felt about the third one, but I really liked this one, and just the relationship between Koba and how that devolves over time.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit with the son, but not like a lot. It's more Koba and Caesar's story, and who it reminded me of Black Panther, but I rather watch this over Black Panther any day. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this was really one-sided emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I felt more connection with the apes still and less with the humans compared to the first movie.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to not compare the two because
Yeah.
direct sequel, but I just don't feel the same connection with the people.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
I see
like
that.
you don't get the same relationship that we have with Will, and I mean, yeah, we don't get the same with what's the guy's name in this movie?
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Yeah,
yeah.
Malcolm and
I think that's a problem.
yeah, we just don't.
He doesn't remember.
Yeah.
He doesn't even remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember the name, and I watched the movie after, like later than him. So
It's just not the same.
I did the outline.
And even with the like, kind of the other leader of that human colony,
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's either an antagonist or anti-hero. Like he's just someone there for Malcolm to bounce off of, and it's not as impactful
Okay.
as Will has with the president or CEO of
The company.
Genesis.
Okay. I don't know. I just I really enjoyed just that there almost was no bad guy in this movie. That everyone had their own perspective
Right.
and their own experience, and it shaped how they were fighting for survival.
Yeah.
I guess the two bad guys in this movie, quote unquote, are gonna be Koba and then Gary Oldman's character.
Yes.
But even then, they're still trying to fight for what they perceive as the survival or the best adaptation for their species. So
Right.
Before we
it's-
get too much into this,
yeah, so go ahead.
I'm gonna rate this movie.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna rate this movie as like I'm kind of with Albert on this. Like
It's not the same.
it's a 6 for me as well.
Interesting.
I think it's weird when I look on IMDb and I see that they're rated the same by
Oh, really?
yeah, they're both rated at 7.6, and I was just like I don't really see how because
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll explain my
I think
point later.
I think Albert's right. The human characters are less memorable than what we got in the first movie.
Yes.
Like they set up some like dualities between the humans and the apes, but they don't explore it enough to really get those connections. Like
Yeah.
it's obvious that they're trying to say that Koba and Gary Oldman's character Dreyfus are like similar,
Yeah.
and what they're trying to accomplish. They're both trying to protect their people, and they don't. There's no exceptions. There's no giving in like Caesar or Malcolm does. But at the same time, is they only show really how Koba is a little bit more cunning and how he's going about his mission, and then they don't really show that for Dreyfus too much.
Mhm.
Like he's just found some guns and he's training people. And
Yeah,
that's,
it doesn't. He doesn't have any moral quandaries.
mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, for all the human characters, they talk about loss and how some people lost their kids and some people lost, loved ones in general.
Yeah,
So
and that one guy trying to blame the apes on it, but like Ellie says, it's not really their fault.
Yeah.
it's humans' fault. So yeah, this one just isn't as strong to me, and I'm really hoping that the third one bounces back and does something with it because, yeah, like
Yeah.
this is okay, but it's not the greatest in my opinion.
For most of the reviews I hear, this one's like a step above the first one in like every way, from most people I hear. But that's just
It's just really
people.
weird
Yeah,
to me.
it's really weird. I didn't expect to hear. I mean, it's not like you dislike this movie. It's just it's
Right.
lower than the first one. But
I
I
think-
was expecting like the opposite.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get into characters first before we talk too much about this movie. I have it separated here.
Too late.
We got the Apes, and I'll go. Andy Serkis is playing Caesar. Nick Thurston is playing Blue Eyes, which is Caesar's son.
White Dragon.
Terry Notary playing Rocket.
Raccoon.
Huh?
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Bradley
I'm
Cooper.
assuming this is Laramie. Doc Shaw playing Ash, who's Rocket's son. Karen Knoval playing Maurice. Judy Greer playing Cornelia. And Toby Kebbell playing Koba. And then the human characters, you got Jason Clark playing Malcolm. Kerry Russell playing Ellie. Cody Smith McPhee playing Alexander. Kirk Acevedo playing Carver. I probably butchered that one.
No, it's better
And
than
then-
me.
Gary Oldman playing Dreyfus. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the movie in general. We were already obviously talking about it. I'm curious as to why you think this is a step above the first one.
Yeah. I remember trivia.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Lay it
did
on
remember
us.
trivia. So, Andy Serkis plays King Kong in Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yes.
Toby Kebbell plays King Kong in Skull Island.
Yeah.
So they're both Kongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that on the Kind of Funny podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So, King Kong's fighting for the top ape.
Kong.
I don't know. Top Kong.
Top Kong.
Top Kong.
Is there any? And then Seth Rogen plays Donkey Kong.
Yeah, we don't talk about Seth Rogen though.
Was Seth Rogen in this movie?
No.
Oh.
And then Seth Rogen was friends with
James Franco.
James Franco, and James Franco was in the first movie.
But does James Franco play a monkey in any movie?
I don't think so.
He plays a goblin.
Ooh, okay.
Green monkey.
It was like, how does that relate?
Jesse, why do you think this movie is a step above the first one?
I just feel like the connection between the apes and seeing them build a society, and I just like we get the first scene, and it's a beautiful scene where they're in the forest
Yeah.
and it looks like they're gonna be, I don't know, fighting. You don't know who it is, or hunting. Maybe it's humans, maybe it's something else. And so I think this is the beginning, like the dawn of this war that's supposed to be happening. It's they're just hunting, but you get the scene with the bear and Blue Eyes, who he's in trouble, and you see Caesar. He's big, he's bad, he's a monkey, but he's nothing compared to a
He's an ape.
yeah,
Excuse me.
he's an ape. He's a damn dirty ape, and he realizes like his limits and his he's not as strong as a bear, so he's relying on Koba and the other apes. Like in the first movie, apes stronger together, right?
Yep.
So they've built this, and they built a society upon these guidelines and these rules. But the first scene just shows like him and Koba, they're not like Scar and Mufasa. They're like, I don't know who's what's a good
There's some
analogy.
real brothers.
They're real brothers, yeah. They're really close, and it's I like to see that relationship fall apart because of these human interactions.
Yeah.
And Caesar trying to be a good leader, but also trying to be a good host to the humans that are desperate. At least these humans aren't being a threat, as except for one, but all the rest are like they're legitimately desperate for their energy, for their city, and Caesar's trying to be understanding about that.
Yep.
But he's wary as well. He doesn't want them near his house and near Cornelia, and there's some slip ups where with the gun, and that's a really tense scene where he's like, I told you no guns, and he's like pointing
Waving
it out,
his shotgun
yeah,
around him.
and everyone's like, no, like you don't know if he's gonna snap and he's just gonna
Right.
like shoot the asshole
Bam.
or something, but he throws it, and so he's trying to be what he thinks they are, better than humans, right? So he thinks humans are bad, but at the end of the movie he comes to realize that they're all animals. We're all animals.
Right.
We have our ups and our downs. We have some good and some bad humans. We have good qualities, bad qualities.
Good apes, bad apes.
Good apes, bad apes.
Yeah.
Less hairy apes, more hairy apes. Like it's just I don't know. Like there's a good story between Caesar and Koba, and also and it's not as strong on the human side, but they're trying to mirror that with the humans. But
Yeah. I think that's where it falls apart. Is
Yeah, the
we
human
understand
side.
Koba and Caesar so much more.
yeah, but we do focus a lot on the apes,
Yeah.
and so I like that about it. It's not like Godzilla versus Kong or any of the other MonsterVerse movies where the humans are like 60%, 70%, and then the monsters are 30, 40. This is like 60% apes, 40% humans,
Yeah.
or even more than that. Like you get,
It's kind of flipped.
yeah, it's that's the nice part about it. It's even more beautiful in the first one, like visually. Hopefully, it's 3D.
Visually, I would agree.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's better visually, and they can just do so much more. Like you were talking about, the action kind of looks kind of weird in the last one, and now
Oh yeah, that's way better.
way better for action.
Yeah.
But like I do understand, like the human characters don't seem as memorable, and because they're not. But I think you spend so much time with Will that it's hard because you have so many human characters in here that you can't just focus on a couple of them. It's a group, and then
Mhm.
there's a city of humans, and
But I mean, it's the same with the apes. There's a group, but
Yeah.
we focus on,
particular
Two of
apes.
them,
Yeah.
and they definitely could have done that with the humans, because we do spend, even though we do see the interactions with the apes a lot, but
Yeah.
the humans are still a big part of this
They are
movie.
still a pretty big part. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why we gave it a 6 instead of an 8 or a 9 or 10, because
Yeah.
they're by far the weaker
Yeah.
of the storylines, and it's a big part of the story as
Mhm.
well. So
Yeah.
I also, that first scene where they are hunting
Mm-hmm.
sets up the movie so well that it kind of lets me down at the end, because they show how compelling they are and how smart they are when they're hunting, and then they charge this big old city for, and the set isn't as intense because they're just riding horses and shooting at the walls, and it's just like,
Oh, you talking about when Koba does it?
yeah, and it's just like, he's smart about it, but just that fight in general is just not as interesting, because if you're just gonna have apes charge at a wall, then why even bother? You could have just done that with humans.
Yeah, I mean, I think the point is that they want to show how different Caesar and Koba are.
Yeah.
Koba is just blunt force, go forward.
Yeah.
Caesar, like in the first movie's conclusion, separates the apes, some go high, some go low, to flank around. And
I just wish the final battle at the end. Well, technically not the final battle, but the big battle
between the humans and apes.
I wish the setting was different than that big old city,
or at least act it out in a better way. Because the apes, like you were saying, just go straight forward instead of do something interesting, like going into the buildings, going above, going around.
Yeah, but Koba's not.
I know. Koba's
dumb. He's just like, let's go, let's do it. Like, I'm not thinking about it. We got guns, we got horses, let's do it.
Ape's gonna die, it's okay.
Yeah, like, Caesar's like, how many apes are gonna die? I don't know why I tried to sign right now, but
but Koba doesn't care.
But Koba's like, let's go. He's like, I got 2 guns, follow me.
But he's not. He's not dumb in terms of.
He's blinded by his rage, for revenge.
But he can't say that because he's not blinded by anything. It was his idea. They show how smart he was by acting like basically just a dumb monkey.
Yeah.
To get the weapons in the first place. Like, they could have done something a lot more interesting than maybe he lured them into the forest, or and took out the army and then captured everyone else. Like, there were ideas there that they could have done instead of just this big old charge at wall set piece.
Yeah. I mean, the plan wasn't that great, but I think the setup where he's realized that he's lost Caesar's trust, and now the only way for him to get his way, which is revenge against the humans, is to take care of Caesar and to blame the humans and put that blame and that focus on humans. And so I think they set it up pretty well where, yes, he discovers the weapons and he has the opportunity to tell Caesar, but he realizes that's not going to benefit him. What's going to benefit him is keeping it a secret.
Exactly.
Killing him off.
You're furthering my point.
And then being like, all right, humans did it. Here goes the hat and here goes the gun. Like, let's go and get him now.
He's a lot more cunning and intelligent than
running straight forward into gunfire.
But
he captured the human that was causing all the problems in the first place, and he left evidence of the guy's hat where he shot Caesar, and he shot him at an angle where no one else could see him, and he put fire to the village to distract them from everything else. And
he's so smart.
He's so smart. And then he's just like, get horse, charge. And it's like why? It's so dumb. It's such a waste.
What would you how would you do it?
I mean, he could have just emulated what Caesar did on the Golden Gate Bridge, and they have a height advantage. They can go high. They can go around. It feels like it's a tower in the middle of a city. It's not like it's a radio tower, I think, or it was a building getting built. There were cranes and everything, but it could have been more interesting. They could have used a height advantage or something or like that. Speed. They have cover of darkness. They can see better.
Yeah.
They're more than the humans.
Yeah, they're better than they have horses.
Like I had said already, maybe he finds a way to lure the military out, and he deals with the military before capturing all the women and children, and how cool would it have been if he lured them into the forest and you got the similar scene where they're hunting the humans instead of the deer. You know? It would have been. It would have been a lot more intense. It would have been a lot more scary because that's something that can is realistic.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I felt something like a waste was they tried to show reconnection or connection between humans and apes.
Yeah.
Kind of in the end of the second act, where Alexander, the son, has an interaction with a orangutan.
Yeah.
Orangutan. And then, it's nice they have a moment, but it doesn't go anywhere past that. They try to show that connection,
Yeah.
but I feel like it gets kind of wasted. Like, Malcolm, I think, already cares enough about the apes that seeing the interaction with them doesn't make me feel any worse or better if that scene wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice it's there, but I don't think it does any...
Yeah.
Like as if like Koba or Caesar were to see that happen, that they were interacting well and they could, coexist in peace. But it feels like really one-sided, and at least Malcolm, he already knew that they could possibly be together in peace.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a waste a little bit.
I mean, yeah, because Malcolm obviously knows they can coexist in peace to some extent because he basically is forcing himself. They have to trust Caesar and the apes because without their trust and they can't fix the dam. But with Caesar, he's very hesitant, and every time they mess up, it's like, oh well, get out.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, to Koba's point, they have nothing to lose with in the moment pushing them away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Caesar's worry, which I mean, he was right that they would come anyways with guns, was to help him. But Koba for some reason, didn't want to tell him that. Miscommunication is a classic
Well, I mean,
movie trope.
that was on purpose, right? It wasn't miscommunication.
I mean, no, he decided to not communicate.
Yeah, that's not miscommunication.
That's true.
Not communication.
True. But he decides to not communicate it
Anti-communicate.
because he for some reason he plans to basically have a coup and take over.
Yeah. It's just you just see him slowly slipping in the darkness and
Yeah, the
and
dark
getting
side,
into
of course,
the dark side of the
ape.
fur. I don't know.
Of the fur.
But you see that like happening over every interaction, and he's asking for forgiveness every time, and
Yeah.
it comes to that scene where he is gonna fight. No, he throws down Alexander, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then he's just like, you love humans more than you love your own sons, and Caesar's like, it's past the point where he
Yeah.
has to do something, or otherwise other apes are gonna be like, well, our leader's not even like defending himself or even like showing strength,
Right.
so
Or defending his son.
yeah, or even defending his son. So he like, you get that confrontation between those two, and it's, I mean, that scene right there where he's laying on the ground bleeding and like, that looked like a real monkey,
Yeah,
real
that
ape to me.
looks really good.
It looked really good. Like some of these images and some lighting, the orangutan looks like an orangutan. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I mean, we're not arguing that the movie doesn't look
The
great.
best part are the apes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for me, it just falls flat whenever there's the humans getting interaction.
Yeah. Are the humans bad, or is it the story?
It's the story.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I don't care enough about these people
Yeah.
that like the same way I cared about Will with his interaction.
Yeah.
I think that's just a very questionable decision to not bring back any humans.
That from the past movie.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, but
I mean,
They-
not if you're gonna tell a weak story for the humans,
Yeah.
because if you're trying to get over Malcolm's character, it would have been more impactful if, say, I mean, obviously, I don't care if it's Will, but if it was Will instead of Malcolm, we already are attached to him. We already understand his point of view. Like his conflict with Dreyfus would have been a lot better than.
I think they had like another 15 to 20 minutes over this movie over the other one.
Yeah.
I think they could have had time, even if with new characters, they could have set better background or
Well-
a better introduction of us caring about these humans rather than them.
But I mean, maybe
stumbling
that's why we
upon.
care about the apes so much, is because
Yeah.
we already had an attachment to them. We
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the main apes in this movie, we already have experience with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's where, like, yeah, they could have used 15 to, or like 10 or 15 more minutes to lift up the humans for us to care about them enough before they interact with the apes, before they know they're there. Like, for us to see
True.
them struggle but have a happy moment or two. But like, oh, the end is nigh. We gotta take care of this something. We gotta go to this dam. And then in the middle, half an hour in, we see them coincide with them hunting deer, and then the humans looking for this dam.
That's very true. That's a good point. If they would have started with the humans instead of starting with the hunting scene.
Yeah.
No, I think the hunting scene is a good start. Or maybe if we start with humans first and then the hunting scene, but then we see them hunting deer instead of humans, because then that would be a good contrast. But I mean, I just feel like the humans, just the way the movie is set up with the story, falls flat.
Yeah.
Scene. We're starting with the humans, and they're talking about needing power and looking for a way to.
Are you trying to sound like a monkey?
I don't know. No, I wasn't trying to sound like a monkey.
He's a storyteller monkey.
Storyteller.
Shaman monkey.
It sounded like a monkey.
Sorry. But I mean, yeah, I think it would have been better if they started with the humans, enough to give us a backstory about our two main humans, Malcolm and Dreyfus, and then they figure out that they need to restore power by going to the dam, and that's where they're going to the dam, and they cut to the hunting scene, because then we think maybe they're hunting the humans that just came here when they're really just hunting deer.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that anyways, but
But it is a more exciting start with the monkeys or the apes hunting the deer.
Yeah.
I don't care about an exciting start if the rest of the movie just kind of lets you down after that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Once in freshman year of high school, we had in Mr. Shepard's speech class, we had debates, the impromptu debates, and one of the debates was, if you're giving a speech, is it better to have a strong start and weak finish, or a weak start and strong finish? And I always argue that you're better off having a weak start and a strong finish.
I agree.
So
it's what people come away with at the end.
yeah.
Way more impactful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And then in my speech, I said, "So yeah," at the end. So it was really weak, and I almost lost it. I almost lost that debate, and then I said, "That's just to prove my point."
There you go. Where's my A+?
That guy. That guy was something else.
I kind of wish I took speech class. I wasn't there.
No, you don't want to.
No, I was not.
I've heard that too. I've heard that too.
It was a waste of time.
Only time I went to detention was in that class.
No way.
Yeah.
You tried to fail me with a C.
What happened, Jesse?
I had cleaned out my backpack and I had forgot my assignment at home. And he goes, "You know what? You're just going straight to detention." I was like, what? I literally, I'm missing an assignment.
You remember when we had to make that song?
Oh, that was terrible.
Yep.
I was
You
so
have to
mad.
make a song.
We had to
Yeah.
make a song.
Okay.
Scene. All right.
Okay.
So in this class, in my class, it was me, Sean, Fuimono, yeah.
Yeah.
Alicia,
We have to beep that.
just beep the last name. Alicia
Yeah.
and Raven, right? So me and Sean were a pair,
Yeah.
and Alicia and Raven were a pair. Okay. I forgot how he decided who went first, or maybe they just drew sticks or something. Anyway, point is, me and Sean went first. And we were singing about Chinese food restaurants.
Okay.
And we want the whole class to snap with us. Mr. Shepard's like, "Nah, that's not happening. Like, you
What?
can't. That's not allowed."
The Chinese food or the snapping?
The snapping,
Snapping. The snapping.
we couldn't do we had to do our own music,
Okay.
and it was just like, all right, whatever, like, fuck you, guy. Bleep that out too. But yeah, so he said no, that's not allowed, and then literally right after us was Alicia and Raven. And they got the whole class to clap and snap.
You've told this story before.
He let them do it, but
Yeah.
not us.
Because he thought they were cute and you guys weren't cute. So that's how that works.
That's fair.
That's how that works, unfortunately.
Mr. Shepard, if you're watching this,
Oh no.
it's not fair.
He can find out where you live.
I still remember part of our song. It was like chopsticks, chopsticks. You eat them with your food. Chopsticks, chopsticks. They're real cool too.
My song, I remember it was with David. I forgot what the other guy's name was.
I want to
And-
see you propose that song if I was in your group. That
Mine?
would be funny.
Yeah.
Chinese
Oh, no.
food like chicken chow mein. Tastes so good. Taste buds go insane.
Were there any
Insane.
Asians in your
Sean
class?
is technically.
Was Sean Asian?
Yeah, he's Asian.
Pacific
Yeah.
Islander.
I've never met Sean. Did I meet Sean?
No, it looks like he kind of looked
Peterson
like
was in our class too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
kind of looked like Jackie Chan, but a little more Islander.
That is so separate, but I guess he's...
But it's very accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
was
know
he-
how
was
to
he-
describe
That's
it.
that's really accurate. Like I'd never noticed that until.
Was he really like Chinese?
Just
at
like
the same
Jesse's
time?
like the Mexican Bruce Lee, you know? Like,
Yeah.
A little bit when my hair's longer.
yeah, when his hair's longer.
Yeah. We'll have to get a picture.
Yeah, where's Sean? We need his yearbook.
We got a yearbook. We'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My song experience was terrible.
Yeah, what was your song?
I don't remember, but it was
What?
just I was so nervous. I didn't practice as much as I should have, and I don't clap to a beat anyways. But when I'm nervous,
You're
I'm
definitely
worse.
not-
And so it was so
You're
terrible.
not a rhythm guy.
Yeah, I think I got an F on that assignment.
You know what? It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't need to dance anyways.
You're
That
gonna have
class
to
was
you're gonna have to
so-
learn how to dance at least one dance.
Yeah, with you.
Okay, I mean you're gonna have to learn something at least once, right, before your wedding.
Yeah,
You know, like
maybe.
apparently, according to the people above us, the grade class above us, apparently we got the better speech teacher. But I never felt like that. Maybe because I never met the first speech teacher, but man, he was a jerk, dude. Like
It went from
the,
Where to go
it went from
slander.
ape to
the thing on the board
speech.
where when he used to put the quote of the day on the board to like embarrass people.
Wait, why? Why is that embarrassing?
If somebody said something goofy, like he would put it
Oh.
on the board.
Okay,
one
he's
time
gonna
Peterson
name and
said-
shame people now.
One time Peterson said calculator instead of calculator. So he put it on the board, dude.
Oh no!
Just stuff like that,
That
man.
is being a jerk to a kid. Oh no!
I saw when
Wow.
I think I was like a sophomore or junior. I saw him at a restaurant, Mr. Shepard,
yeah.
and I just like he's at the bar with. I'm assuming he was on a date or something, and I just look over. I was like, and he gave me one of these like.
So you don't acknowledge me.
Yeah, he's like, I'm busy. Anyway,
Good times.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Why? What did I bring this up? Why did I bring this up?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember.
Huh?
Something about speech leading into it.
He was just going on like
having a good beginning versus a
Oh
good
yeah,
end.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a very long tangent.
Yeah.
What
But I
else-
agree with you. Better ending is more important.
Yeah.
It's the impact.
And this ending did not leave me with an impact.
No, not the fight between Caesar and
I
Kova.
felt like that was kind of like lackluster too. Like it could have been a little bit more brutal than it was.
he could have.
The fight was okay, but I feel like the scenes after that is just not as satisfying.
It gets very muddled when the building explodes and they're falling and it's dark and I don't know. Like you really don't. What's a good example of a movie where you really feel the punches at the end?
I
Maybe-
felt all these punches.
I
like-
didn't feel them.
Like the CGI, I felt like it was just so good. Like the punches landed and when they
I mean,
hit,
Spider-Man
they
on
hit.
Green Goblin,
Creed 3.
Creed 3.
Yeah.
I even think Black Panther does a better job when they're falling down and punching each other.
You're lying. There's no way you think that fighting is better than this fighting.
We
We gotta watch that scene again, and I want to prove you wrong. There's no,
I'm with
way.
Jesse there.
There's no way.
I don't know.
Those
man.
balloon animals fighting each other. What are you talking about,
What
man?
balloon animals?
They look like balloon animals. That's how fake they look. No way.
I was Jesse there.
No way.
I'm gonna call you out of Black
I-
Panther there being better.
I don't agree with you guys.
It's okay to be wrong, John. It's okay to be wrong.
I definitely think you're wrong because I don't feel like you feel the impact of this fight.
I definitely do.
It's
like-
not. It is not even that very long of a fight. Like
Yeah, well, I mean,
he pulls a gun, building explodes. Long live the king. Goodbye.
yeah, but so Caesar has to find out a way to defeat Koba. Koba is not stronger than him, but he is injured at the time, so he has to outsmart him. So he outsmarts him. He's getting beat up, but he's just using better tactics. He's using like hanging and his own weapon against him. Like he's outsmarting him when he goes up to like punch. Like he's telegraphing his punches. He's going in for that liver punch to knock him out. Like it's like
I don't
it's
even remember that
calculated. It's
happening.
smart. Like well, that's because the punches were so good. You were like, oh my god, I can't even. Oh man,
Albert, you're lying. You're lying. Don't even
What
try
do you
to.
mean? I'm just trying to back up Jesse here.
You're like, oh, this is so gruesome. I can't even look. It's so good.
I'm getting beat up now too.
Did you really feel that during the infight scene?
I actually did. Yes.
Wait, what? I didn't see what he was doing. I thought.
I was reacting. I was overreacting for John and the camera.
well, we're gonna have to watch the two end fights. He's not today, but another day, and we'll see like which ones hit better. Which one you feel the hits more in this one than you do Black Panther. They gave Black Panther an 8. The fights are not what make it an 8.
No.
Not even close. So, yeah. That proves my point, no kidding.
I don't know. Then they have that very extended scene where he's just like holding on to that shield for no reason while Koba's like trying to, and they're just
Back away.
talking, and it's just
Yeah.
like, goodness.
That was a little like 2 or 3 extra hits that didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
It's just such a waste of time.
At the beginning where he's like, what does he say? Like,
Koba has a gun, and he's just like, I'm just gonna throw it away.
because he wants to show like he doesn't need the gun. It's
Yeah.
ape against ape. He has still respect for Caesar. Not, I mean, he could have shot him like he did the first time, but everyone's watching. He has to prove himself, just like Rocket in the first movie has to like. He can set an example. Okay, I'm gonna go against Caesar and Buck, or I can just not die.
Yep.
But at the beginning, when Caesar and Koba are talking, what does he say? Like, oh, Caesar's not needed here. Koba's like the leader now, and he's just telling like, oh yeah, Koba's what did you say? Caesar weak.
Yep.
And he's like, Koba, small penis. No, I'm kidding. He's like weaker. So I don't know. Just like I could feel like they're not saying a lot of words, but I could feel the words. And you're right where Caesar got hit, I got hit in the same spot.
Shut up. You disgust me.
I mean, not in the heart because then he would have been dead, but
In the shoulder.
the shoulder heart region.
But I'm looking forward to the third movie.
Are you looking forward to the third movie?
Yeah, yeah.
As long as we get better humans.
It's set higher expectations.
Yeah. So okay, so at the
It doesn't necessarily have to be better humans. Maybe
story.
better story. It could
Okay.
be like in contrast, the humans look more, apish,
Yeah.
but then the apes look or act more humanish.
yeah.
Like that would be good contrast.
I'm trying to remember anything about the third movie. I don't remember, so I'm really excited to see. It'd be like watching it brand new all over again.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Just not having it.
No?
With this movie, or you don't think it's gonna happen in the third one?
I mean, I don't really. We'll find out with the third one. Like that's not gonna affect. This movie's not gonna affect my opinion on it, but
Yeah.
just not believe in Jesse.
Oh,
I don't think Jesse believes himself.
We
about Black Panther.
What do you mean? I still how this is like one of the best trilogies of our modern age. I can't think of a
Well,
like a
I'm
good
hoping the third one's good then.
The
Yeah.
third one better be good.
Because
If
the second
you
one
say
for
that.
me is just
Yeah, like I can't think of a off the top of my head a really good 3 set of movies that I just love, like completely all the way
Yeah,
through.
Lord of the
Hobbit,
Rings.
Hobbit was disappointing.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord of the Rings is older.
that's like
though.
that's almost like 20 years old now, almost.
You said in our and when?
Like modern, 20 years ago, not modern. I'd say like in the past like 10 years,
The
10 years.
2010s?
Yeah, 2010s.
Can you
or
believe
higher.
that?
Yeah, it's weird saying that.
2010s.
You got a whole movie franchise. What do you mean?
What?
That's better.
What? If you say Marvel, you can get out of this room right now.
The MCU, like
No.
yes.
No, I'm talking
Phase
stop
1.
it.
trilogy.
Phase 1.
Trilogy.
Not even Phase 1. Like that, they strung together so many good movies.
Like a trilogy of movies. Pick a trilogy from the MCU. What is like your favorite trilogy from the MCU? Because every one of them has like a lower one, and I guess this is the lower
There
one.
you go.
I guess, but it's not an Iron Man too low.
I don't know.
It's not an Iron Man 3. It's not a
Captain America has the best stuff, I think.
I think
as far
Captain
as,
America-
like, movie solos.
I think it's the best one, but I think the lowest one is still lower than this one. The first one is pretty solid. Second one is great. And 2014, this movie came out, fantastic year for movies. I remember like Winter Soldier. I remember this one. There was like one more. Oh, maybe Spider-Man 2.
John might have something else to say about that, but
But like I remember 2014, like going to the movies,
eyebrows to the ceiling right now.
going to the movies, and I loved it. And there was Days of Future Past. It was like great like superhero movies and just movies in general.
That was one of the few good X-Men ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember that was such a good year for movies.
Spider-Man's a better trilogy than this.
Which one?
The new one.
No way.
Yes, way.
No
This
way.
is-
Tom Holland hater.
No.
No, he really is a Tom Holland hater, which
No, I
is kind
know.
of crazy.
The best Tom Holland movie was with the third one and him developing the Spider-Man, and it's lower than this movie. It's lower than this one,
sir.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
All
Yeah.
right, guys.
by the time the third movie came out, Jesse was like in his like MCU's trash for whatever reason phase. So
I think he has some good reasons. Some over-the-top reasons, but some good ones too.
Yeah.
I think he's just stupid. This dude likes Pacific Rim. He likes the
Bro.
Amazing Spider-Man. This is how you know like you can't really trust Jesse's opinions because like he likes good movies, but he also likes really trashy movies.
I'm not afraid to like my movies that I like.
And that's fine. But like, there's got to be some leeway there.
What leeway are you looking for? Just
What do you mean? I never like. I didn't realize Pacific Rim's not like a perfect movie. I didn't even give it like a 10. I just love it because it's what I was looking forward to. And Spider-Man, it just reminded me of a Spider-Man cartoon when I was a kid. Like, it's not like, oh, they're great movies. I have fun with the characters and fun in the movie.
what was that for?
Just so the people in the watching the video could just know that I don't believe his bullshit whatsoever.
I'm trying to think of a movie that John likes that I just absolutely, besides the MCU, because like I'm not just the only person that dislikes the MCU. It's like almost 50-50 that have like really love it or they don't like it. Like it's kind of like split now.
I don't really love it, but I think that people are overblowing it on
Yeah,
the hatred.
and the love too.
Some people.
Yeah. I forgot the question I just asked you.
Trilogies.
A movie that John
Yeah, that
loves.
he loves, but I just absolutely dislike. I don't think there's a movie like that.
At least it's not
Not
it's not a
MCU.
meme. At
Yeah.
this
Harry
point.
Potter gave you 8 movies of pure goodness.
I fell asleep during the first one. I haven't finished Harry Potter. Like, I don't care to watch Harry Potter, but that's just me.
I think for movies they're pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should watch them.
I own them all. I just haven't. I haven't had
Yeah.
the interest to watch them. Maybe for the podcast.
I don't know. That's a lot of movies, but
Oh, I mean, you're not. I mean, eventually we'll have to go.
I mean,
like,
I could pick one or two of my favorites, but then you're gonna be missing out a lot of context.
I'll be fine. I don't need it.
Okay, you're literally missing movies, books worth of content. No
You're
context.
counting The Dark Knight.
Ooh,
the
Dark Knight.
The last movie was released in the 2010s.
2012, yeah.
Yeah.
You think Dark Knight Rises is better than Planet of the Apes? Rise or Dawn?
That wasn't the question. Like,
Trilogy wise.
Like the trilogy wise, yeah.
I don't know. I have to rewatch the first one.
The first one's solid.
The
We need
first
to
one's
watch-
solid. The second one's great.
I think the second one is overrated, but it is good.
We need to watch War 4,
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. And then we can make the judgment.
Yeah.
Skip Spider-Man. Let's watch the third one. I'm kidding.
No,
It's
we're not
just-
skipping Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just hard when you put it into such a small window to find trilogies, because there's not a lot of trilogies that are.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
open
you-
it to the mid 2000s.
All right, all right. This any movie trilogy.
The Lord of the Rings.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
No,
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Like the original Star Wars trilogy.
It has two really good ones and a third so-so one.
Say a solid one, a really good one, and a so-so one.
I could say the same thing for Lord of the Rings.
Wait, which ones? Which one's in the so-so?
I
Or
think
really, is there a so-so one? I don't remember it.
like if I had to choose, like maybe
Return of the King, or is that the good one?
I don't know. I think this. I think they're really good, so it's going to be really subjective
Yeah,
between people.
Apes.
Apes. What you looking up, John?
I'm just looking up movie trilogies. I just feel like trilogies are really weird. There's not a lot of trilogies out there in general.
I feel bad
Very
about.
specific.
I feel bad about Jurassic Park. The first one's so good. Second two are not. The original Jurassic Park,
Yeah,
not Jurassic World.
yeah. No, let's not talk about those.
But I do have all three.
I have all 6 or
How
however
do you
many
feel
they
about the
have.
original Spider-Man trilogy?
It's not. I don't think. I think the best one, Spider-Man 2, isn't better than. Is probably better than this one, but it's not by far. It's just like
Yeah.
not by far. Superhero movies in the mid 2000s were like not good to. There was a good one every
Story.
Toy Story.
I would say Toy Story is better than this.
No.
Why not?
Well, all right. The third one. Do you like the third one?
I love the third one.
What's the third one about?
What do you mean?
What's the third one about?
Accepting giving up your toys? Accepting moving on? Growing up?
Oh wait, that was the fourth one that you didn't like.
Like, what do you mean?
Third one is better than the fourth one.
yeah.
The third one's great. You have Lotso.
Yeah.
No, I didn't care for that one.
The probably
The
I
Fire
guess-
Pit of Death.
the weakest one of that trilogy would probably be the second one.
Really? I don't remember.
But they're all like really great movies. Like,
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you Toy Story. I'll give you Toy
you
Story.
should give me Toy Story, The Lord of the Rings, the original Star Wars.
I won't give you the original Star Wars
It's a lot of big names.
Why won't you give me the original Star Wars?
because I won't.
It's a lot of big names.
How do you feel about? This
Which one?
is just a meme. Maybe Pirates of the Caribbean. No. Pirates of the Caribbean
It
is
is
actually
really
good.
The first one's good.
I would say the.
Let's watch the second and third one again and let's see what you think.
I don't remember those.
Exactly.
I remember them.
Yeah. They were long.
I remember what's the name? Dead Man's Chest. That one's
Yeah.
good.
That's
Davy
the-
Jones.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you're telling
No,
me.
no, I'm
I
reminding
remember.
myself.
That's when Davy Jones first showed up.
Yeah.
What's the third one called?
I don't remember.
Wait, which one was the third one?
Yeah, see? Don't look it up.
The movie title.
Don't look it up. Don't
I
look
can
up.
look up the movie title.
At
so-
World's End.
There you go.
Yeah.
They do the ship flippy thingy.
Yeah.
The ship's like, yeah, and then they have that like fight scene in the middle of the whirlpool, and
Yeah.
Is that the second one or is it the third
no,
one?
that's the third one.
And yeah.
'Cause
That's the third
then
one.
That's when they finally defeat Davy
Davy
Jones, and Will's the
Spoiler
one that's
alert.
like Will's the one that's dying, so Jack
But he-
Sparrow gives up his
Yeah.
chance at immortality.
To give him, life again.
I think those are really solid movies too, though. I don't know if they're better than this one so far, but
I
I
would
think they're
say
pretty
I would
solid.
say no on that one. I'll give you Star Wars.
you better get. You
I'll
have
give
to
you
give me Star Wars. Like, I'm not asking for it. I'm demanding it.
Indiana Jones. I don't know.
I haven't
seen
all
those. Back to the Future. I think the
I've
first
only seen the
one's
first
good.
one.
I think the first one's a good one. Man, we have to go through some of these old
trilogies.
trilogies.
Like-
How many Rocky movies are there? 6?
There's a lot.
Well, I don't remember.
I mean, you also got the Bourne trilogies that are
Well, that's
supposedly
good.
Those are supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
Looking at all these movie trilogies, you know which one I'm not seeing?
What?
Planet of the Apes.
And it's probably because they count the whole series as, so it's not really a trilogy. It's
Like the
Yeah.
6 or 7?
it's
Yeah.
extended universe.
Yeah, but that's hard. That's like saying, oh, Godzilla, and there's like
yeah,
you got like duds
30,
like
40 movies.
like the sea monster, and then
I'm just saying that's probably why they're not on the list.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like including the whole franchise, maybe.
Seeing the Matrix is just like really disappointing on these lists.
The Matrix.
Yeah, that could have been a really good trilogy.
Yeah. I do like how philosophical they get.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that part.
They're
but-
interesting.
Yeah. I bought Speed Racer. The Wachowskis made that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I bought it.
Okay. It's goofy. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the first one.
Okay. Wait, is this another one?
Is there? I've only seen one.
Okay.
I don't know if there is more.
Well, you only seen the first one.
Okay.
And if there isn't a second one,
Okay.
then you've seen the first one still.
Okay. I thought you said Speed Racers or Speed Racer movies.
Speed Racer and the Wachowskis made it.
Okay. Okay. I've only seen the one movie.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they don't have it at all. Because they have the Star Wars trilogy, but they don't have like this trilogy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because there's other Star Wars movies, just like there's
Yeah.
other Planet of the Apes movies.
But yeah, like
But like some of the lists that I've seen, I would probably put this over some of those movies. But
yeah. But like even I'm thinking about like just the Star Wars trilogy today, like I wouldn't even come close to these movies or
no, Star Wars now sucks.
yeah.
Star Wars is the worst movie franchise ever.
Yeah, they like even the MonsterVerse I wouldn't even put even close to these movies. The
Yeah.
2014 was like the best one, I think, and that one's probably at this level right here. Or slightly better.
I know your answer. How do you feel about the Guardians trilogy?
How do I feel about the Guardians trilogy? I like the first one a lot. Second one is so-so, and the third one is like a really weird mixed bag.
How do you feel about them?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like the first and third, and then the second one is eh.
I think I'm in the same boat with you. So maybe the second one's just always gonna be eh.
Yeah. Oh.
Because they have that like whole time gap.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll be able to give you guys a real life answer in 3 years.
3 years.
Wait, what for what?
This movie is set in 2026.
Huh.
So
Wait, this movie?
yeah, that's what I read. It's 2026. 3 years from now, we'll be at
Monkeyland.
if we're even alive.
Oh man.
How do you guys feel about the subtleties of Will being, one of the people that was infected?
I mean the subtleties. That's pretty like
I mean, he could have died of other reasons.
there's an X on his door meaning that
Mhm.
he died.
That's very subtle. Most people wouldn't even realize that there was an X.
He's like
I mean,
he's patient 0 almost. Like he's patient 0.5 like I
He's
don't
definitely
know.
not patient 0.
No,
But
like
he-
I know who Patient Zero is, but like
Yeah.
he's so close
But
to
he's
the origin.
yeah, I mean,
he had
he's
a
dead.
He had a 500% dose of.
What if they pull a Fast and Furious and he's actually like alive?
he's
Somewhere
actually,
else.
He's actually an ape in the zipper suit just in the background.
He wasn't the one that died. It was what was the girl's name? Carolina,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Carolina, something like that.
Or he was actually Caroline and takes the mask off.
He actually has blue skin. And it's Mystique. All right. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about this movie? We kind of just gone off.
Yeah, those are the best podcasts.
Yep.
I love when that happens. No, I say
I say
I'm excited for the third movie. I'm ready.
Yep.
For this war. Bring it on.
But first, what are we watching next week, John?
First, what we're gonna do
Okay.
is since we're trying to think of other ideas for videos to go on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna start a class. You know,
Wait, what?
Huh? And we're Jesse's gonna be the instructor,
Okay.
and he's gonna go over how to criticize movies because
What?
his standards, his ideas for how movies should work are so just bizarre, like
It's-
bonkers. Like
I mean,
I created a new word, bazonkers. That's how bad it is.
Badong.
Badong.
Killing is badong.
We'll use this screen right here. That will be his like his little whiteboard that he could point to his hierarchy of what's important and what's not important.
I mean, John, we're doing such a subjective thing here, not even with guidelines. Like, how is Jesse going to do that?
Oh, he knows.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't know because his movie standards, his whole thing is like so wiggly woggly. Like
I mean, it works for him, though.
That works. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? That's my mind right there.
It works for him.
It's so bizarre.
I don't know.
then we're gonna have another video on why Albert's so nice to this guy. Like, jeez Louise.
I can agree with him sometimes.
Golly. Hold him accountable.
When does this class start? I'm ready.
Whenever you want it to start. We'll record right now if you want.
I'm not ready now.
Give him 12 hours. We'll
All
be
right.
back.
12 hours.
Jugs and plugs. Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Now on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
If you do watch on YouTube, please
Comment.
comment what you would like us to review, what other videos you would like us to do.
Comments about speech class.
Also,
You want John to sing a song again?
About Chinese food.
also, go follow us on Spotify or one of those other podcasts. Probably Spotify. I'll have Jesse put the link in the description because that does help with our viewership. But yeah, how do you guys feel about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? And which trilogy do you think is better than this one?
Yeah,
We've
what's
only
your
watched-
favorite trilogy?
We've only watched 2 so far, so we'll see the third one within the next month.
I'm kind of
hopefully.
afraid it's not going to be good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, well, it's just like a
oh.
total letdown. You made all these bold claims about how it was
The
better.
best trilogy.
Like, no wonder why I'm not seeing this movie on a trilogy list, because it was trash. But yeah, this has been the Legendary Sip Podcast, and next week we are doing JoJo's.
No, Spider-Man?
Is it Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Oh, it's Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah. You got to get our tickets now.
Uh-oh.
We're literally going to get our tickets right now. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
Yes. Rise of the
Spider-Verse.
Dawn
Oh.
of Across the Spider-Verse.
Rise of the Dawn
With
of
War.
the War of the Spider-Verse.
2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Will this be the sip we've been looking for?
With Knuckles.
I hope so. I can't wait to see the Spot in action. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Rumor has it is Tom Holland's going to be in this movie.
I heard that.
Oh.
I heard that.
Oh,
I don't know.
I thought John
I was
was
just
just
trolling
beeping and
Jesse.
then Jesse...
I there's cameos in here that I
Just
have heard
reading
rumors
memes.
of.
Goodbye.
Bye.